Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys figure unboxing. Now today we're going to be taking a look at a very unique figure, and that being the Stan Lee from the Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.2. Now technically, or informally I should say, this is known as the Watcher edition of Stan Lee, and I couldn't be more excited to get this guy out here. I saw him at San Diego, I saw him at ACGHK, I was blown away with the detail put into the outfit on this Stan Lee figure. Now, if you do want to pick up your very own Stan Lee, he is in stock and up for pre-order for a later batch on Philip Liu's website, Toys Wonderland HK. Now, he also does have any of the Endgame stuff, Far From Home stuff, or pretty much anything Hot Toys related up for pre-order on his website down there below. Now, taking a look at the box for this Stan Lee, this is very unique and very different to what we've seen in the past. I mean, it's more of a sort of plastic clamshell with a much smaller Hot Toys box on the front here. Now, you can see his diorama display piece is on the back, or on the side I should say. Flipping around the box to the back, you can see there is that sort of quote from when he was seen in this outfit here. You can see sort of various jump points in the background there. I really do like this box art. Now this is collector friendly. There was a little bit of a debate between some collectors whether or not this was going to be able to be open and then seal back up, because the life-size baby Groot, the smaller one, the cheaper one I should say, came in a plastic clamshell that wasn't actually resealable, but you can see there are little clips all along the side, so this does appear to be collector friendly. Now I will have to do some slicing in order to get this guy out here, because there is some tape dotted around the box. I should have actually done this off camera, so I didn't need to do it while I was doing the unboxing itself, but either way, I do appreciate the fact that we are getting this version of Stan Lee, because the regular version, as good as it is, I don't think can really fit in with a 1/6 scale collection, because he's just a guy. I mean, obviously it's Stan Lee, so you can more than easily fit him into your display, but this is more of an in-universe version of Stan Lee. So you can have him alongside your Guardians, and it just makes sense because he was actually in the movie in this costume. So, as I said, it just makes more sense that way. Now, getting this guy out here, we're going to hopefully do this without any casualties from the box department. There we go. That came off pretty easily. As I said, you can sort of seal it back up just fine. Now on the back here it looks like we have the backdrop, which I will showcase in the full review, but this is a much bigger backdrop than what we've seen previously. It's still going to be a little bit too tall to go in your detail, unfortunately, but I still really do like it, as I said, with the very sort of jump points in the background, and you can have his rock on the side here with him sitting down on it, so I can't wait to get that set up in the collection. I might actually have that in the background for the Guardians themselves, just so I can sort of give them a nice little setting for them to stand in front of. Now let's take a look at his rock piece first. It's a really nicely but very simply done piece. It's just a little moon rock painted quite nicely. There's a nice sort of gradation between all the paint in the rock itself, and don't worry, we'll pop Stan Lee on the rock, have him sitting there for the full review, and we'll go into much greater detail on this piece in the full review. Now let's open the box within a box. This is literally the first time that I have ever had to do this before. This is a really nice small little box for Stan Lee. I would actually appreciate if Hot Toys did this more often, because this is a much more manageable size for an action figure box. I don't think they need to all be as big as they are, especially for a character like Shuri who didn't come with many accessories. This box, I'm sure, would have been just fine. And as you can see, if you lift up the top here, you have Stan himself in there. And as you can see, he's pretty snug. So, as I said, I don't think it's necessary to really give these huge action figure boxes to characters like Shuri or characters that don't come with a bunch of accessories. It's just not necessary. This is just fine. Now let's get Stan Lee out here, because I know this is the figure that a lot of people have been waiting for on the channel, me included, because as I said, in person this guy presented very nicely at all of the conventions. Let me just say, he's really heavy. That backpack has a lot of weight to the actual piece itself. Now this looks really, really good. That head sculpt is bang on, of course. They nailed it with their first Stan Lee. What did we expect with the second one? It looks really, really good. And I'll show you a much closer look in the full review itself. But the outfit is just exceptional. I love all the little sort of stitching on the spacesuit itself. It looks nice and padded. I really, really like the way this guy looks. And then he does come with his sort of fishbowl dome, just like we saw on Mysterio. So a lot of people were saying, well, if they're doing a bowl for Stan Lee, they may as well do one for Mysterio as well. And you can see it sits on there nicely. I'll have it on there properly for the full review. And then the final little accessory piece he comes with are his little spectacles. And don't worry, these will be showcased, as I said, in the full review, which is coming up very, very soon. Now that's pretty much it for the unboxing for Stanley. A little bit different, a little bit longer than my usual unboxings. I like to sort of get these over with pretty quickly, but this guy required a little bit more attention than the usual figures. Now if you do want to pick up your very own Stanley, he's in stock and up for pre-order for a later batch right now on Philip Liu's website, Toys Wonderland HK, and the link for that is down in the description below. You can also pre-order any of the Endgame or Far From Home or pretty much anything Hot Toys related down there in the description below. Also check out 6 Scale Network, the brand new awesome Facebook group if you want to come along, chat figures, and also see a sneak peek at upcoming video projects by me, and I also post them on Instagram as well. Links are all down there. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.